Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With you from the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. A CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Two of the bigger surprises of 2015, the Cards and Bengals, are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Andy Dalton bringing out the Cincinnati Bengals, who have struggled to start the season at 0-3. And you look what Dalton did last week, Charles, 20 for 36. Accuracy an issue. 3 of his passes were batted down at the line. And he's constantly been under pressure, too. That hasn't helped.
It certainly has not. And they haven't been able to run the ball as effectively as they would have liked going into the season. The offensive line, they've got to start to come together and play a lot better, not just to protect their quarterback, but to create some creases for their runners to find the secondary. They really need A.J. Green back on the perimeter, waiting patiently for his return after injuring his ankle in the preseason.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
While the Bengals struggled in 2018, running back Joe Mixon certainly did not. Over 1,100 yards running the ball, caught 43 passes. Expect both of those numbers to continue to climb in his years in the NFL.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And Dalton to throw. Caught. Eifert over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Safety DJ Swearinger brings not just athletic ability to the field, he also brings a strong belief that he can get to the football on every snap. An absolutely fierce hitter, you can feel his intensity even when you're sitting down and having a meeting with him prior to the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Eifert has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Hands up, please! 43. Check, 43. Hep. Watch the twist.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray, he takes the field here along with the rest of the Arizona Cardinals offense. Still winless. They had the tie in Week 1 and then 2 losses to Baltimore and then Carolina, Charles. But let's talk about Kyler Murray. 30 completions last week, but just 173 yards. But is that the offense, those short, quick passes?
That's what really makes the offense go. The ability to get the ball to the receivers quickly and have them win in space and gain additional yardage. See, the yards after catch in this type of an offense, they're built in to what you expect. So if you get tackled quickly in the secondary, that slows that offense down, but even more so for Kyler Murray. He just didn't have any time. Sacked 8 times, which means there had to be double digits in terms of quarterback pressures on him. I thought he did well to hang in there and throw the 2 touchdowns in addition to the 2 interceptions.
And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
We're all looking forward to watching David Johnson bounce back from a rough season in 2018 because we know he has 2,000-yard potential. 1,000 on the ground, 1,000 in the air. And with a new offensive-minded coach in Arizona, look for his numbers to truly increase in 2019.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Andy Dalton looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd and short. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton bootlegs out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2, son who's playing for the Rams now is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. And just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
Now Murray, that's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
As Cincinnati gets ready to take possession here on offense, you know, they're 0-3. We talked about that earlier. Let's look at their next 3 games. At Pittsburgh, hosting Arizona, then they go back on the road to Baltimore. That one obviously won't be easy. Could this be an 0-6 team in 3 weeks?
It very well could be, but let's flip it around and try and look positively for them, because at Pittsburgh is not what it was before. With the injuries the Steelers have had, the Steelers also off to an 0-3 start. That's an opportunity to actually go in and steal one. Arizona, 0-2-1 in the early going with a rookie quarterback in Kyler Murray. You got a chance, got them at home. Then the tough one to me, on the road against Baltimore, who's playing awfully well in the early going, despite a loss to Kansas City last week. So I'm not sure they get to 0-6. If they do, they've really got problems, because I think they've got 2 winnable games coming up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Strong left, strong left, strong left.
To throw again, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's not gonna get me.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be Dalton again. And Green with a catch left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Dalton off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense coming back out here, but I actually want to talk about the Cardinals' defense. You know, in that 38-20 loss to Carolina, yeah, 38 points given up, but that's not Cam Newton that was out there. It was Kyle Allen, no disrespect. But do you see this Cardinals defense continuing to struggle?
I do, and it's really what I expected coming into the season. Not too many difference makers on that side of the ball right now, and they're going to really struggle if the offense can't help them out. And last week, their offense really had their own problems. 8 sacks given up to Kyler Murray. That meant double-digit pressures in his face all game long. Couldn't run the ball. Receivers were dropping passes. That means more time on the field for their defense, and that's something they can't afford.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You got nothing.
Murray now on first down. And the catch made by Johnson.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray going to throw. They'll roll him out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Murray now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we have the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet, and his team's undefeated at 3-0.
All right, one more. Best director, head coach. Who you got?
I'm going to go each conference. AFC, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills, off to a 3-0 start. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming. And then in the NFC, finally fulfilling their promise here in the early going, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, also undefeated, getting ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams for supremacy in the NFC West in the upcoming weeks.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Everyone's got 4 down.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Johnson again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10, sliding out of the pocket. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. To Johnson again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? This will be caught just inside the 10. The third down run gets them nothing.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see it.
From the gun, Dalton, and his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Kirk now, the return man. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get that home. Mike 52, Mike 52. All day, baby, all day.
On the toss, here's Johnson.
Go, 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 everybody.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Murray now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun on third down, Murray over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. This will be caught at about the 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Johnson on the counter. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So now Dalton and the Bengals down by 10. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Dalton wants to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He completes it to Boyd. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton, now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.